Happy Thursday, everyone. We are back for another edition. Yesterday was a tough day. If you were an underdog, it was a great day. So, of the 17 games, 11 were won by the underdog. So that is just never good. So, talk about the recap. Wasn't pretty. We started off really well. We hit the St. Louis first five team total over 2.5, which I thought was a fantastic start. Then we hit the over in that game as well. So we started out 2-0 on our straights, and then it just kind of went to shit from there. Orioles lost again, didn't score. Padres got, I wouldn't say smacked, 2-0. I thought King pitched a really good game. Offensively, they just couldn't get anything going. They had a decent amount of hits, but couldn't get timely runs. Yankees, Rays, we were on the Yankees money line that hit. But Tampa Bay didn't score, so I didn't expect it to be a 2-1 game. I thought if the Yankees were going to win, it would have to be a lot of runs. Red Sox raced to 5. So many opportunities. The Red Sox had so many opportunities to win that game and just could not get a clutch hit. I think they were very close in hits to Oakland, maybe out hit them, but when it came to clutch time, they just couldn't get it done. So neither team hit 5, which is surprising. And then our parlays. I thought we had the first one. Rangers, same thing. My God, they had bases loaded 3 times through 7 innings and maybe scored 1 run. Just again, could not come up with clutch hits. The bases loaded 2 of the times with 1 out and just couldn't get anything done. So it is what it is there. Obviously, Boston lost and Cleveland lost. Pitcher props, we came so close to hitting this. Eflin, I thought he was going to be done. They sent him out for 1 more inning, and of course he was sitting at 5 and went over that line. So he finished at 6, but we did hit the Sanchez and the Slade Sassoni prop. So 2 out of 3 there, which is unfortunate. And then our fun parlay wasn't very fun. So we didn't hit it. Like I said, a lot of upsets yesterday. Did not expect the Rangers to lose. That one was a little surprising. Lorenzen got hit up pretty good. It was a 3-run homer in, I think, the 3rd or 4th inning that kind of doomed them from there. So, but like I said, Rangers had so many opportunities to win that game. They just couldn't get the timely hits. Orioles was a little bit of a surprise. Braves, that was kind of a back and forth game. I'm glad the over hit. In terms of my day, basically it was a wash. Pretty much came out even, maybe down quarter unit or something like that. So ended up playing some Nerfies. Really good luck with the Nerfies yesterday. Ended up hitting all of those. So that worked out quite well. Padres offense, man, this team is just difficult to handicap. They're similar to the Reds, and just offensively day to day, you just don't know what you're gonna get. And if you'd have told me the Mariners only scored 2 runs, I would have assumed they could have got more than that off of Bryce Miller, but no. Reds, I felt everything inside me said it was a Rockies day. I didn't touch that game, but the Rockies ended up getting out on Frankie Montas. No surprise there. Freeland had an absolute day. His prop line was 4.5. I think he had 8. So there's that. Imanaga had a good day, so he went over on his K procs. Palante had 5K, so easily hit that. So on the props, I mean, we went 4 and 3. We just missed one of those 3 for our player prop. Twins first game, I ended up playing the Nerfy in that one, which ended up hitting. So I played the Nerfy in that game, and both of the Royals Cardinals games, and both of those hit, which was nice. All right, let's jump into the games here. We got 12 today. So we've got Rockies Reds, Hunter Green going up against Austin Gomber. Gomber's actually better at home than he is away, which is kind of weird considering he pitches at Coors Field. Green, not the best home ERA at 4.19. However, when he pitches during day games, he's been fantastic. 1.76 ERA. His K prop, this actually got jumped up as I was doing the video, or as I was looking at lines. So it's now at like 8.5. So this went way up. So I jumped all over that already. He is under 8.5 in 9, I believe, of his last 10. I had 8, but that was for 8Ks. Rockies as a team was 40% for 8Ks. So really got bumped up, which is interesting. Gomber under 5Ks in 8 of his last 10 away starts, and the Reds are 50% against left-handed pitchers hitting their K prop. So, but I like the Reds to jump all over the Rockies here. You could do a first 5 minus -0.5. It was at minus 130. I feel like that's probably going to keep going up actually. I like Reds money line. Pretty solid line on the Reds here in terms of projections. It's just will they hit the left-handed pitcher? That's my only concern. I mean, Freeland's looked good for his last 3 starts, so that doesn't surprise me, but they should get to Gomber. All right, Guardians, Tigers. Tigers ended up winning yesterday. Flaherty going up against Spencer Howard, essentially a bullpen game for the Guardians. Almost called them the Indians. I like Cleveland here. I like them to bounce back. They're 12-12 as away favorites, but they're 22-11 after a loss. If we look at Flaherty, he's been somewhat human lately. He had a back injury. I believe this is his second start back. So last start against the Angels, he went 5.2 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs. So gave up some runs. I'm a little concerned about Spencer Howard. 24 innings pitched, 33 hits, 15 earned runs. Scares me a little bit. But I like Cleveland to bounce back today. Nerfy's minus 130, so I think this could be a good Nerfy candidate here. But you're giving me Cleveland at plus money, playing a Tigers team below 500 at home against Flaherty, who's looked a little human. I'll take those odds. I think those are good odds to take. So give me Cleveland right there. All right, Nats, Mets. Hard to shy away from the Mets. This line actually is down to 135 now, so there is some movement towards the Nats. Mackenzie Gore going up against David Peterson. These two squared off on July 1st. The Mets ended up losing that game. Gore pitched an absolute gem in that game. So 5.2 innings, 8 Ks, 5 hits, 1 earned run. Now that said, I remember that game, and the Mets did have several opportunities to score runs. They just couldn't get that timely hit. So if we look at the splits, doesn't necessarily work in the Mets' favor here with Peterson. He has a worse ERA at home than he does away. Gore, conversely, actually has a better ERA away than he does at home. So there is some history there with Washington and Peterson. Washington is hitting .310 against Peterson. They're 23 for 74. So there's a good track record there. But I just feel like we're kind of going reverse split. So Peterson pitched at their park. Now he's back home. I just feel like he has a better game today. And inverse for Gore. And we see the Mets cranking back up with the sticks. So I want to ride the hot hand. We look over the last 7 days. Nats haven't necessarily been hitting left-handed pitching well. Hitting 189 over the last 14, 216. So there's some trends here that definitely lean towards the Mets. And like I said, I feel like they're kind of heating back up again. And I don't want to fade them. Beautiful spot for a Nerfy right here. I didn't look up what it was. I would assume it's fairly juiced. But this could be a really good Nerfy candidate. All right, next game, Paul Skeens Day. Going up against Aaron Savali, making his second start for the Brewers, formerly with Tampa Bay Rays. Love the Pirates here. Savali, not a great starter. This guy gives up runs. He's going to give up 3 to 4. You can almost bank on it. This guy is just not a front end kind of guy. He's a 4 or a 5, most likely a 5. I like money line for the Pirates. First 5 is always a good bet with Skeens on the hill. You could look at the over. I think 7.5 is a little light. I do think Skeens will give up 1 or 2, maybe 3 runs, and I think Savali will give up a decent amount of runs. But we've got this at essentially 6 to 5 kind of game. I think it'll be a little under that, probably 5-3 is kind of the feeling I get more so, but I do like the over here. All right, next game, Blue Jays Giants. The Giants were looking real good last night. They got off to an early start, scored 2, I believe, right in the first inning, and threatened several times. And then all of a sudden, Logan Webb just had a bad back-to-back innings, and they got throttled, which was good because I had the over in that game. So I was cheering them on to just score as many runs as they could. So the over was like 7, and they ended up scoring 11, I believe. Like the Giants today at home. If we look at Jordan Hicks, he has a 3.12 home ERA, and he's given up 3+ earned runs in 4 of his last 5 starts. But when we go into the game logs, he's pitched against some pretty tough, good hitting teams. So the fact that he's only kept it to 3 against some of those teams definitely gives me a little bit of confidence, especially going up against Toronto. Not exactly a powerhouse offense here. Gausman, 3.8 earned run average in his last 5 starts. He's got a 2.31 road ERA versus a 7.19 home. So he's definitely pitched better away than he has at home. But I like the Giants. 19-12 is home favorites, 26-21 after a loss. So they do have a really good bounce back factor here. So I like them to get the job done today. I think Hicks has a pretty decent day, and they probably, feels very similar to like a 5-3, 6-4 kind of game here. I think there will be some runs, so I do like the over again in that one. All right, Dodgers, Phillies. Phillies got the job done again yesterday. Got a little hairy at the end. Landon Knack going up against Aaron Nola. I assume most people will be on the Dodgers today, and I don't think that's a bad play. Landon Knack has been really good if we look, but his expected ERA is 4.18. He's pitched against some soft hitting teams. So when you look at his numbers, they're fantastic. He hasn't really pitched against good hitting teams yet. So it'll be interesting to see how he does today. He did pitch against the Diamondbacks, but that was when they were slumping. I think the Phillies get to him, especially at home. Phillies at home, that's a tough environment to pitch in. So I think they get to him. Nola does worry me a little bit, but I think they get it done. I like the over in this game as well, especially with the wind blowing out. Harper did end up sitting yesterday, so should be back in the lineup today. Schwarber did go deep yesterday. I'm hoping they don't sit him. I could see them kind of alternating them to get some rest, but hopefully they both play. This will be one where I will check the lineups first before I would put any bet on this game, just to make sure that Schwarber and Harper are in the game. If neither are playing, the Dodgers play. All right, we got Cubs and Orioles. Like I said, Cubs got the job done yesterday. Tough one. I like the Cubs here again today at plus money. Suarez going up against Steele. Steele's just been extremely, extremely good. So 2 or less earned runs in 6 of his last 7 starts, pitching against some tough teams as well. Suarez does have a 1.5 home ERA, but Corbin Burns had a really good home ERA as well, and they got to him. So I just don't trust Suarez in this spot, to be honest. So it's Cubs or pass for me. This game might just be a pass or look at the over/under, but even that is just really tight lines there. But the projections are pretty much a coin flip here. So give me the Cubs. They're a little hotter right now. If we look over, last 7 days, they technically a little bit of a lower average, but give it the eyeball test. And Cubs got some swagger coming into this series, I guess, and scoring a lot of runs. The only thing that scares me is Steele and his fast. He throws a ton of fastballs. Orioles are second against lefties when it comes to the fastball, and then Suarez. One of the things I like: 67% of his outs come via the fly ball. We got a wind blowing out again, so. It just feels like Cubs are pass. Again, this might be a pass for me. Another good Nerfy candidate, though, as well. All right, Yankees, Rays. Like I said, we were on the Yankees yesterday, 2-1, which is crazy. I thought they were going to lose. But ended up getting the job done today. Nestor Cortez going up against Shane Baz. I think we're seeing the Yankees favored just simply because Shane Baz doesn't have a lot of experience. So that said, the Rays have hit pretty well off Cortez, 259 average, 29 for 112. But if we look at his last outing against them, which was on May 11th, they got to him. I think they got to him right away. It might have been first inning. 5.1 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs. So Tampa Bay has 9 right-handed hitters, and Cortez is noticeably weaker against righties. Got a 143 average to lefties, 259 to righties. The thing that scares me about Baz is his hard hit percentage is a little high, but we don't have a lot to go off of here. Did give up a lot of hits. I think he gave up 7 hits in his last outing. But I can't trust the Yankees offense. You know, we were on them yesterday. They got the win, but still didn't hit. So give me Tampa Bay, who has been torching left-handed pitchers, and Cortez is struggling. So give me Tampa Bay at plus money at home. I like that one. All right, next game, Athletics Red Sox. The A's. Did not expect them to lose yesterday, but they did. So Tanner Houck going up against Luis Medina. Medina is not great. This is a Boston play all day. I know they won yesterday. It could even be a pass, but I like the Red Sox here. I think they bounce back and throttle the Athletics like they did in the other game when Bello was pitching. All right, Astros Marlins. I didn't play this yesterday. I didn't play the Marlins. I didn't play the Astros, and God, the Astros just stomped them. So, kicking myself in the ass for that one. That was one I felt like that had upset written all over it. But Valdez pitched a great game. So we got Jake Bloss going up against Roddery Munoz. I like Bloss. I think he's actually pretty good. His expected ERA is like 3.5. So he's a good pitcher. I think he gets the job done today. We can see Marlins just aren't hitting right-handed pitching at all over the last 14 days, last 7. They've just been terrible. Whereas the Astros are hitting right-handed pitching. So I think they complete the sweep today and get the job done. You can play on money. We have a money line and a parlay, but one of those I think they get the job done today. All right, Mariners Angels. The Angels are calling up which is whatever the hell his name is, number 7 prospect in their system. He's a double-A pitcher, so they're calling him up. This is a clear spot for the Mariners. Angels have not hit Castillo well. Lifetime 209, 18 of 86. I think Castillo has a day. If we look at the books, they think he just goes off today. So I like the Mariners here. Hopefully they can actually score more than 2 runs. That would be really nice. All right, Braves Diamondbacks. I didn't put my lean on here, but I'm going D-backs. Like D-backs here. We've got Max Fried going up against Brandon Pfaadt. We saw Fried get he got rocked in Philly. 6 innings, 11 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 Ks. That was without Schwarber or Harper. Should have been a hell of a lot more earned runs. There was so many times they had runners in scoring position and didn't get it done. But if we look at Arizona, they have a great track record against Fried. They're hitting .311 against him. So there's a lot of things here that definitely trend towards not taking Atlanta today. So Arizona, 24 of 77 versus Fried. He does have 10K, so you could look at his K prop. He's given up two dongs to him. That's another thing about Nestor Cortez as well. He's given up 9 home runs to the Rays, so another reason I like him today. But yeah, I like the D-backs to get the job done today. I wouldn't even look at you could look at first 5, I guess, but I like the full game on this one. And the stats kind of show it. I mean, the D-backs are just crushing lefties over the last 2 weeks, last 7 days. They didn't necessarily get to Sale, but Sale and Fried, two very, very different pitchers, even though both are lefties. So I like the D-backs a lot here today, especially at plus 124. I think we'll see this number has to come down. It's definitely going to come down. All right, so let's talk about best bets. Best bets today, went a little different today. So I like the Reds to get the first run at minus 115. I think that's a really good bet right there. They should get that done pretty quick, like first inning. Pirates first 5 minus half a run at plus 105. Give me that all day. So Volley versus Skeens is not even, I mean, that's such a huge disparity. Colorado, Cincinnati under 9 at minus 118. I don't see the Rockies scoring a ton of runs today. Could also look at the Rockies under their team total, but I don't think the Reds just go ham, right? I could see this being like a 6-2, 6-1, 5-1 kind of game here. And then next one, Mariners, Angels, race to 6, neither at minus 105. I think the Mariners get to this rookie. I don't think they score 6. 6 is a lot for them. So I think they probably get 3 or 4. I think Castillo should throw a shutout or give up 1. So he should have a pretty good day. And then give me Diamondbacks money line at plus 124. Like I said, I locked this in early. This number will come down during the day. If not, I'll hit it again. If it goes up, then I'll double hit it. Parlays here, kind of light today. We're going Astros, Mariners, Reds, money line at plus 262. Then we're doing Pirates, Mets, and Boston -1. So Boston's the only one that's -1. That's a plus 399. And then our fun parlay is going to be Houston, Seattle, Reds, Pirates, Red Sox at plus 873. All right, potential upsets today. You always got to include the Reds because you never know what you're going to get in terms of that offense, especially with a lefty pitching. So could get upset. I don't think so, but technically could. Milwaukee, Pittsburgh. Savali could have a day. Skeens could get lit up. We haven't really seen him get lit up, but Brewers at home are pretty strong. So it's always a little shaky to fade Milwaukee at home. Washington and the Mets. Maybe Gore has another great day and Peterson struggles. I think that's very possible. That's probably, I'd say that's probably the most likely upset. Toronto Giants. Toronto could just get to Jordan Hicks. It's not like we're talking about superstar pitchers on either side here. And then Dodgers Phillies. Nat could pitch really great against the Phillies. I'm not gonna take him until I see how he does against a top 10 offense. So potential upset there. All right, so prop leans. I like Green under 8.5 Ks. That's just like ridiculously high for Green. So, but that kind of tells me the fact that went from 7.5 to 8.5 that they're really expecting the Reds to have a day. And then give me Mackenzie Gore under 6.5 K. So I paired those two together. I want to say it was like plus 180 or plus 170. I can't remember, but I took those two already. Those are just two that really stuck out to me that I liked, and I wanted to hammer the Green prop as fast as possible. Plus 181 is what I got it at. So I got Green at 150, Gore at 145. Yep. So there's that. Shane Baz under 2.5 walks at minus 120. This feels a little high. I know you've got Judge and Soto. 3 is a little high, especially for a team that's not hitting. There's no reason to pitch around them. Give me Max Fried under 18.5 outs. Just a correlation play with the Diamondbacks having some success. A little juiced at minus 188, so definitely got to have a pair or two there. Brandon Nimmo for the Mets, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 140. Really good value there. I think he gets to Gore. And then give me Brian Reynolds of the Pirates, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. This guy's scorching hot. I'm shocked it's minus 120. He should get to Savali. All right, if this guy hits a home run, bam, we cash it. So I really like that. Might be my favorite one of the day, especially at minus 120. That's crazy value there. Anyway, that is going to do it for today. So let's talk about what's coming up here. So I'll be on vacation tomorrow morning. I will try to get a video out tonight or very, very early tomorrow. And then from there, we're just going to be kind of hit or miss. Hopefully, I'll try to post as much as possible, but not going to be the same level just because I will be out of state. So appreciate you guys tuning into today's video. Give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And getaway day for some of these. A little crazy. We'll see what happens, but best of luck out there today.